71. My name is Tom Alexander.
My name's Danielle.
Ben. This is my daughter Lila, and her twin brother Sam is over there traveling with the posse today. Really want to welcome everybody to 1871. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at 1871. Just a quick show of hands, how many people have never been here before? Okay, wonderful. So our saying is we love all visitors, but we really love the new visitors. So make sure that you show yourself around a little bit and take a look at the space. We're extremely proud of what's going on. You want to say one more thing?
And I will be a good dog and
He's going to do a good job in Daddy's work if you didn't catch that. I want to say that we're extremely happy to have this event here and to be announcing that we're going to do I'm going to do an important job today, which is to tell you a little bit about our efforts surrounding diversity. Okay, we're going to do an important job. Our efforts around diversity are really focused around three specific areas: awareness, incentives, and standards. And what we're looking to do is, throughout what we're doing in 1871, establish policy that's inclusive, that's thoughtful, that's forward-looking, that's innovative in every aspect of what we do. We've got a lot of different programs that we're launching right now. We have some scholarship programs that are incentivizing companies to come here. We're reserving slots in all of our courses for people from underserved areas so that we can make sure that the amount of money that they have or the place in the city that they live is not a limiting factor for whether or not they can be in technology. We're hugely focused around the moment that people get hired for our companies. We have 350 companies here, and they're basically all hiring at all times. It's over there. And we want to make sure that at the moment that somebody chooses to hire somebody for a job at 1871, they're really thoughtful about it. They're taking an opportunity to bring somebody new into the technology economy. And that's what we're really focused on doing. We have a great place here. We have 350 companies. We have about 1,000 people who come here for work every day. We have about 2,000 visitors a day and about 400,000 visitors a year to 1871. And our goal is to make sure that you don't have to come to 1871 to be successful in technology in Chicago. You don't have to locate your business in River North. We want people to come here and be imbued with resources, opportunities, ideas, interactions, introductions, and then take them back to their communities, take them back to the places where they're from, and build successful businesses that are going to benefit all of the city of Chicago. And programs like this are the exact example of how that happens. Bringing together some folks who've done it. The things that Emil is doing down in 1647, we talk about it every time that he's here, but are just absolutely amazing. I'm going to do a good job. I'm under a lot of pressure here, guys. All the founders that are up here have great stories, and it'll be extremely exciting to tell those stories. I especially want to thank Thomas for his initiative. This series, and this is going to be a series, these are going to be frequent events that we're doing, are crucial to what we're trying to accomplish at 1871. Bringing new people to the space, exposing them to ideas that they haven't heard before, and letting everybody know that there's a place for them in the technology economy in Chicago. That's something that we hold true at 1871. I know that everybody here believes that, and so I'm looking forward to seeing the day that we don't have to have events around inclusion, because inclusion is happening everywhere. We're truly committed to that at 1871. We're open for business. If you have any ideas, thoughts, or questions, feel free to email us. We have an email address, which is diversity@1871.com, with any ideas that you have, and we're open for them. Enjoy the program tonight. We hope to see you at 1871. Thank you.
Quick question for you guys. On the side over here, are you guys planning on leaving early? No? Will you do me a favor and migrate up to the front here? Got all of these big, beautiful open seats. Don't look at me like I'm on TV. Please come up to the front. Sit right on these seats over here. I know you're going to do it because you're not going to make me look bad on stage. Thank you. Oh, this is my cousin. Either way. Thank you guys. So while they're moving, my name is Thomas Stovall. I'm the founder of a software company called Candid, a microfeedback platform, and I've been a business owner since I was 19. I got my degree in electrical engineering, but I've never worked in engineering. I've always been a business owner. And I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, a few successes. But what's been consistent is I didn't really start to hit my stride until I got mentorship, until I got the right people in my life that can really say, step here, don't step there, say this, don't say that. Let me introduce you to the right person, the right group. So, to kind of illustrate that, I want to tell you a quick story. And that story starts 5 years ago. It was the summer 2010. I'm sitting in my living room, and I get a phone call. And it goes a little bit like this. Hello? This is Thomas. Hi. You ready to get started? Oh, you're right on time. Good. You're ready to start. So look, I'm gonna say some things to you, and I'm gonna use some weapons of influence on you. You're gonna have a biological reaction, and you're gonna be defenseless against it. And that's gonna start right now. And this person on the other end of the line went on to tell me about who I was, and I was this guy that was look good and smell good, and everybody thinks he's got it all together. He said, what I want you to know is that I see exactly who you are. I would not touch you in a transaction with a 10-foot pole. You're well intended, you're passionate, you work hard, but you do not know what you're doing, and you're high cost, and you don't even know it. So I don't really know if I want to work with you. And before that moment, I didn't know if I wanted to work with him. But after that moment, I knew that he knew something that I didn't know, because guess what, guys? I had a biological reaction. My stomach was turning, and I didn't know why. And I had been a student of business for a decade. I studied ravenously. I practiced, I studied, I worked. And here was something that somebody said to me. They told me what they were going to do. They produced that reaction, and it had a name. How many people in the room know what a weapon of influence is? 1, 2. How many people can name all of them? 1. How many? 5 or 7? 6? Can you name them right now?
Yeah.
So stand up for me. Name all 6 weapons of influence.
Heard about Cialdini's weapons, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while since I've read them, but I want to say scarcity, reciprocity, commitment and consistency, authority, liking. I'm missing the 6th.
Social proof.
Social proof.
So what I learned on that day was that there are things that other people know, and they're using intentionally inside their business transactions that I hadn't even heard about. And I was a student of business, and from that moment, I realized that I had to be a lifelong learner, and it had to be about getting in the right rooms with the right people. I've been studying with a group for 5 years that's very well steeped in these principles, and I'm sure there are other organizations out there, but for me, I was able to get plugged in with one where mentorship, specific principles, specific disciplines about your business were available inside of a group, inside of a community setting. And what I want to build here in Chicago with entrepreneurs of color who are looking to start businesses is to bridge the gap with both the general and specialized knowledge from people who've done it before, from people who've built stuff, so that for you to take something out of your head, an idea, launch it, generate revenue, grow quickly, and get to a point where you can identify whether you've got a hobby business, a lifestyle business, or something that can scale. That part is taken care of. Now that doesn't guarantee you success, but you can at least get out of the gate fast enough with a trackable, measurable, and quantifiable system to know how to move forward and get the right advisors around you to have some success. So that's what we're here for tonight. And this is the first of a full year of business amplification workshops. We're going to cover 3 or 4 principles, one panel at a time, and there are going to be people on that panel that have built something, all founders. And we're going to talk about those 3 or 4 principles and say, how did you do it in your business? What did it look like for you? And the second half of the workshop is a full hour where people out here in the audience can actually come to the mic and say, look, I'm struggling with identifying my target customer. Here's my business. If you guys were doing what I'm doing, how would you do it? Because when I go to workshops and panels, what happens is there's 10, 15 minutes of Q&A, there's one question and it's all over, but it's not on the ground. It's not the objective work that helps people to bridge the gap. And so I really want to do some of that work here. That's where this concept came from, and I hope that it's that we can be of service to you guys. So with that, I'd like to make sure I introduce my panelists. On the end, we've got Elbert Clayton. He's the founder of Breaking Voices. Breaking Voices, well, I'm going to let each one of them tell you about their own business. Elbert, what you go first?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out. This is a beautiful site. Thank you, Thomas, for putting this together. And we look forward to adding value to this panel. Breaking Voices is a real-time neighborhood news platform. When you really think about what we're doing, if any of you all are out there on your mobile phones, you can go to the browser and just type in Breaking Voices and get hyper-local news. So we do this in 27 markets. This is our 8th year of business. We've been really able to grow based on really the tenacity of the founders. Our real big goal is to become the next news corporation owning local affiliates all around the world that put actual journalists in the neighborhoods and report the stories that matter to the people that are in those areas. So if you all want, you can go there and get a free subscription. Just type in 60654, and going forward, you can always get all of the live events that come from 1871 Matter. And we are actually live streaming this event, so if you go to Startup City Chicago, you can watch it as well right now as a news story. But you know, my big goal is to add value. Thank you.
A little snippet, just so you know, this event is being live streamed right now using Elbert's platform to Bamboo Detroit, which is the #1 co-working space in the city of Detroit. So right here from one of our panelists, you know, we're transporting this message to other cities right off the bat. Our second panelist is Charles Smith, and I'll let you tell us first.
Good evening. First, I want to thank Thomas for putting this together. I think it's great what you're doing. So, and just to be a part of this panel, for me, is really exciting. My background is a little different. I kind of come from a business world first, but I decided to start a tech company called My Wellness Community. And what we are is we're a comprehensive wellness platform delivering cutting-edge technology while decreasing health premiums and disparities for corporations. So what we look to do is provide insight on medical data and different types of claims data, align it with providers, nurses, doctors, wellness coaches, health coaches, and nutritionists, and integrate that data to come up with customized solutions for all of our clients.
And just so you guys know, Charles is a very humble guy. He looks like he's 13. But he's
18.
actually, right, he's actually older than most of the people in this room. Put you out there a little bit. Charles is a very successful guy, and he's not guessing at it. He runs a commercial insurance brokerage, and he's been doing that for many years, so he's not guessing at this industry. He's taking the clients that he already serves on a corporate level and filling a new need for them with his wellness platform. So startup kind of, but he's got a little bit of a head start on it. The next panelist, Jeff Beckham. I've known this guy since I was yay high, and I'll let you tell us.
Yeah, again, thank you, Thomas, for having us. Thank you all. There's so many friends in the room, but I'm really encouraged that there are a lot of people that I don't know in the room, and that's a great thing to see, because that means the ecosystem that we're developing is really growing. I'm founder and owner of Black Box Creative. We're a web development and design firm here in Chicago. We're a service company. We build websites for everybody from Tuskegee to Floyd Mayweather and Eric Campbell. So we do web development, design here locally. We work with Trinity United Church of Christ, just sports and lots of entertainers, small business clients, and businesses in the city. I started the company in 2009, initially focusing in the healthcare space. So my background is in healthcare and hospital interfaces. So I build HL7 interfaces from laboratory systems to physician EMRs. And I branched out because I walked into a physician's office and they asked the same thing. Well, you built my EMR interface, can you build my website? So I started the company out of kind of seeing a market opportunity and built from there.
Our last panelist is Emil Cambry, and he's the founder of Blue 1647.
Thank you for that. Nothing else to say at that point. So I'm Emil Cambry, founder of Blue 1647. And once again, you know, I echo everybody's sentiments about this being amazing. I think that 3 years ago, 5 years ago, when kind of I started this journey, when many folks in this room started this journey, we wouldn't have imagined this would happen on a regular basis. But I think with the amount of organizations and people and activity and energy coming to this kind of stuff, it's encouraging because once again, many of us have been at that time in the room where we've been the only one. It's important to know that there are more people that are interested, excited, building stuff, making stuff, and coming together. So that's why I started Blue 1647, because once again, I wanted to make sure that community economic development with technology occurred in the community. We have a first location that was in the Pilsen community. It's close enough to the south and west side of Chicago, so as we expanded and branched out, we can reach folks in the community so that you don't have to walk far to be part of the bleeding edge technology development and training. So we've since branched out to other locations in Inglewood, new location coming up in Austin, with Bethel New Life as well. And we're expanding to other cities. So we have 4 other locations that will be opening up in St. Louis in the next month, Minneapolis, LA, and a couple other cities that we'll be announcing soon. So the exciting thing for me is to see that people are starting to adopt this new technology and realize that we can build for this stuff too. So that's part of the social activist mission. That's part of me and why I build. And I'm excited to be a part of this panel.
Thank you guys all for sharing a little bit about your business. Really quickly, I'll give you a snapshot of what my company actually does. I mentioned that we're a micro-feedback platform. We work with organizations on a statewide and global level that have large conferences, also enterprises, and we can basically turn any room into an instant focus group in less than 60 seconds using proprietary one-question micro-surveys. And as you guys went through the RSVP process, you might have noticed a little one-question survey that after you got through. So I got about 100 comments before you ever entered the room that gave me a tone of how you guys are feeling, and people are coming just kind of to observe what's going on, or people are really invested in what's happening. It allowed me to know how to approach the event. And you'll get a micro survey after you leave too. So I want to know how we did, what are some ways we can serve you better. I'd like to dive right into step 1. You guys look on your agenda, you'll see that we're going to discuss 4 specific steps that come in the first stage of building something. It really doesn't matter what you're building, we're talking about tech today. So step 1 is qualifying your idea against your achievements. And for me, what that looks like is, when you start a business, there's always that moment where you have an inspiration, you're like, oh, I should go do this. Most people don't stop and actually say, all right, well, let's say that I went out and got this customer at this price point, and I was successful, and I got 10 of them or 100 of them. What would that mean for my time? Does the amount of money that I'm actually charging satisfy my basic financial obligations? What does success look like? So I want to ask the panelists, for you guys, when you started your business, did you actually qualify what the price points were versus the quality of life that you want to have, and the amount of basic survival money that you needed? Or did you just start and go and figure it out later? And what were the consequences if you did that?
I'll go. So when I started, I jumped out and leveraged other web development companies. I would go online and look at what they were doing, the work that they were providing, and their price point. What I found was that was an error. It was a big error, because when I began to charge and value my service and my company's service and work at the value of other companies, I found out that they weren't getting nearly the amount of expertise and professionalism that we brought into the development process. So before I went into doing web development, I had 10 years of sales and marketing experience. I didn't qualify that or add that into the value that I brought or I charged for my work. So when I started to look at all that we were providing for our clients, and I actually broke it down to an hourly, like dollar per hour measurement, I was actually making less than minimum wage. So again, took this to a mentor. A mentor said, you know what, actually 2 mentors. I sat down with Thomas. I remember this conversation, and I sat down with another mentor of mine, and they said the same thing. You can always go down, you can never go up. And so what we did was we readjusted our price point to include all the value, our project management service, us using Basecamp, us doing full design and development and understanding the full customer's market, platform, their target audience, their messaging, their need, and building campaigns around the stuff that we were developing for them. And we increased our price point to make sure that, again, measuring quality of life and the value that we were providing was actually what we were charging for. So, I jumped out, I didn't do it properly at first, but I learned quickly. I learned within the first year.